have water. And we're live. Oh my goodness. You had that wonderful drink, and I'm looking around going, oh, yeah, the water's on the other side of my room. But anyway, we're live. Hi, David.
Hi, welcome. Lovely to see you. It's a Wednesday morning in Australia.
Oh my gosh. I think we almost got color coordinated here, which is nice.
It's
Almost.
funny because I was planning to wear something almost more like burgundy, which is a great color. And I think underestimated. We all need a bit more burgundy. Ron Burgundy.
There we go. I just having a casual day here in Southern California and kind of working on my office and stuff. So it was like, oh yeah, we got to do a show. Let's get together.
Yeah. Well, I think there has been a lot to talk about and a lot of energies sliding through the world. And I think your Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, I think she's mentioned going to Taiwan. So things are heating up in the region.
She is there, by the way.
Oh, she's already there. I didn't
She's
realize.
there.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
So
I channeled something out of my mouth the other day, and I said, "Oh, please, let's have some peace."
What did you channel?
Well, I always am, just saying, like, talking about conflict and different things. So when that came up, I was like, oh, and we don't have inside information, so to speak, about what they're thinking. This is a good idea or not. So we just pray for it.
Yeah, I think that prayer is powerful, and we can easily get caught up in negativity and just exaggerated emotions, call it drama, and just need to sometimes take a deep breath, slow down, send a positive intention, good energy out into the world.
You know what? That I think is the main word for what the heck has been going on in the world is that word of drama. It's like we don't get any peace. And as I know, there's a lot of groups that are doing the prayers and sending the energy to the world and all of that. But we're just get so much like a wave of stuff that keeps coming. And I live in California, and I think they said we're in some kind of stated emergency for that monkeypox. And I'm like, how the heck is another thing being thrown on the fire? But it is. And I wish the world would calm down a little, David.
Well, on one hand, I think we grow in these times of turbulence. We do expand, and there is even just physiologically neuroplasticity is a real thing, which means that our brains are changing. There's a few wonderful books about that. The Brain That Changes Itself. I think that's a great one. Norman
I
Doidge.
think that brain is a mystery. That's for sure.
It is a mystery, absolutely. We're just one big mystery. However, our brains are able to shift, and the more it's almost like the frog that gets into on the water on the stove, and it heats up, and the frog doesn't notice. And I think the world is a little bit like that at the moment. It is just seemingly pretty intense, but it is our brains are able to change, and what fires together, what wires together. That's the one. What fires together, wires together in our brains. So we can learn new things, and in a way, we're learning how to deal with a lot of drama. So I don't know if that is a good thing that our brains are adjusting to lots of drama. And maybe if we stopped all the drama and we had peace, we would feel a bit crazy as well. It would be an interesting experiment. Or maybe just really bored. So I think in a way we thrive on the entertainment. We just need a way to moderate it and find a middle ground, have a positive ways of life that can balance and harmonize our life.
I like how you said it was entertainment. We're being entertained.
Well, media has become
China, Russia, Ukraine.
Yeah, what I
Monkeypox.
couldn't believe is that media became entertainment sometimes a long time ago. It became about ratings, and you're like, how can you have ratings on the news? It's just
Yeah.
supposed to be the news, but it became
No.
entertainment,
They
and it is
sensationalize it.
yeah, but they're
Yeah.
owned by companies, and those companies are listed, and they have investors, and those investors want to maximize their profits. So it's a for-profit industry, and its goal is entertainment and to
Hmm.
make more advertising revenue. So we got to take it with a grain of salt, that's for sure.
One of our viewers, Juan Big Money, she bought an amethyst. I love crystals. Do you have a lot of crystals, David?
I do. I love amethyst. It's such a beautiful crystal of the heart and very spiritual energy, very cleansing energy.
Oh, I got to show you what I have. And I haven't really gotten into it, but it's like someday. But it's a huge book and it's really good. It's called The Book of
Oh,
Stones.
awesome. The Book of
It's
Stones.
gigantic.
That
Yeah,
is
two
big.
people. It's big. Two people wrote this, and it just really everything you want to know to be taught about in every kind of crystal is really really neat. If you guys are really into crystals, um,
And crystals respond to intention. So sometimes, people have differing viewpoints, and intentions are more kind of a little bit more intangible than some other energies. uh, and it really is the intention you put into it. You can say, oh, it's just a rock, and if that's what it is to you, then it is just a rock. So that's your intention.
I keep tourmaline, black tourmaline.
Oh,
Actually, I'm
that's very
cleaning
good
out.
for grounding. Oh
I was
yeah.
cleaning out my office. I happened to go, that's where it was. It's black on black. And I'm like, I can't see it. So I keep I used to have a little one that I would keep near my electronics, you know.
Yeah, that's a
But
very good idea.
I have a lot of them, and I tend to take some of them out and do things with them, and then bring them back. I think solidite is so gorgeous, and I love it. But amethyst is just it's so pretty. There's so many
Yeah,
different crystals.
there's so many crystals, and I think sometimes they come in and out for you, and they have their like a personality in a way, like a friend, or they watch over you, and then sometimes they just move on to someone else. Or I had a crystal that just moved on to the earth, and I could never find it again. But I carried it on my clothes in my pocket for 5 years or so. I was really
Oh
quite
my
attached to that. It was hard
goodness.
to let it go.
I love rose quartz. Um, I had somebody come over that uh, broke up with his girlfriend, and so talked to him for a while, and I got a little rose quartz, put his hand. I said, "Put this in your pocket. You're going to find somebody this week," and he did, and he just married her.
Oh
So
wow, magic!
that was magic. That was really neat.
Wow,
Again, it's whatever the intention, and his belief and the great energy from that rose quartz. Yeah, it was great.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's a concept. I don't know if you know the Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Buddhist monk.
No,
He
I
won
don't know.
the Nobel Peace
Peace Prize.
Prize
Hmm.
at Thich Nhat Hanh, and he passed away, I think, last year, and he came up with a saying called interbeing, and interbeing is this interconnection of everything, and of humanity, that we are almost like one being of consciousness. And I love this interbeing, because I always think our suffering is that we see ourselves as separate, and we're not separate. And the more we connect with other people, the happier we tend to feel, and the happier they feel. And it's the interbeing where it's almost like our secret strength, or our hidden strength, that if we connect with other people, that's our truth, that's who we really are. But the other agendas pull us out of that, and it crushes and destroys our true purpose in the world. So we have to fight against the tyranny of the media, the fear and division that's caused by all this politics, I would say, and media and politics, and
it's so unnecessary when you think
it's so unnecessary. Absolutely.
You know, if we could just work together and make sure everybody's good, make sure every single person has what they need, everybody's good, everybody's happy, and you know, which is a lot of work, but instead of all the crazy stuff,
but
and fighting,
it's just, as you say, you know, when you have a conflict, you can disagree with someone. It doesn't have to be a conflict, or you can still respect them and still honor them. We can talk about a topic like whatever it is, border security, and you can have one viewpoint and I can have a different viewpoint, but it doesn't mean we're enemies. It doesn't mean we are bad people. And that's what's happened with, I see this in the media, is this demonizing of other viewpoints and other people. They demonize people, and instead of just disagreeing with someone's viewpoint, and if someone has another viewpoint, maybe you can learn something.
Right.
Maybe your argument isn't that good. You know, maybe they have a better argument, or why can't we?
Yeah,
we can
listen. Just listen to what they have to say.
Yeah.
I know, it's just we have so many different personalities. I got a super strong personality. So it's just like just trying to come up on me, you know?
Yeah, but I believe everyone has a unique perspective, and perspective is such a big aspect, and it's not like wrong or right, because I'm a different person. So it's like a flavor, like, you know, like different ice cream flavors, and you can't say chocolate is better than vanilla or whatever. It's just different. It's people have their own
I know, that's true. You know, but vanilla
if I
wins.
like chocolate, if I like chocolate, it doesn't make me a bad person or whatever. It's just, it's a preference, and I think our perspectives are almost like preferences. They just flavors. They just a taste of something, and often it reflects our lives and our life experience.
Right.
And social psychologists can predict people's political leaning based on there's certain factors they look at, like openness, as an example, in personality. Yeah, they can look at really predicting people's political persuasions.
I think we're getting, you know, people are getting in their own way, and we can't. It's like kindergarten. We didn't learn to share and to be courteous and respectful and all of that, and it's really too bad. And I guess I'll throw this out too. You know, when we get into religious beliefs, and then we're really torn. So it's just I don't know when. I have not taken any cards on this, but I would have to probably look way out to see when we were going to have, you know, peace in the world and all of that. But it's difficult right now. There's so many extra things going on. All these viruses and all the economy now and everything, and it's just really sad, you know.
Yeah, and it's just to come back to this, what we talked about, which is something I believe a lot more substantial and meaningful, is to move away or exit the drama and move into substantial conversations and dialogues with people, and excuse me, and not seeing the other as the enemy. And often it's reflected within. There's something within us that we're rejecting, and we project this onto the world. So there is a psychological dimension in this kind of behavior, and make the unconscious conscious. That's really important. Things that we're projecting, take ownership of them, take responsibility, and go, well, I can see how I could be that kind of person. I could see how I could feel that way, because we're all human beings. It's not that complicated.
Yeah, I think it's like finding peace would be really good. I feel like it's a struggle when everybody's running around so much to get into any kind of routine and to have that personal moments and stuff. And I saw you are always sending me pictures, by the way, lovely pictures of, I don't know, I go, is he in a jungle or is he's at the beach or whatever? And so I guess we could call it you're grounding yourself. What do like you're out in the nature and you have that personal time and space. I think there's so much that we have to really change to get some kind of peace going.
Yeah, because excuse me, I do think these qualities are innate to us, so it's not really separate to us. Peace is something that's within us. So, practices will develop that and develop those capacities within us. But it isn't almost like an innate intelligence, an innate part of our personality. Just like love is something that's innately within us. It's within our DNA. We can fight it and we can pretend it doesn't exist, but it's still there. It's just part of our being. So just moments where we can tune into something greater than ourselves are really important, and nature is one wonderful opportunity to embrace something with a vaster perspective. And coming back to perspective, that can open your mind and open your perspective, and just let go of all this conscious control and chaos, and just breathe in, just take in the deep breaths. And often at the moment I do see a lot of fear, and a lot of the drama is rooted in fear. So we can look within us as well to how where those fears come from. As I said before, make them make the fear conscious, become conscious of it. And then once you're conscious of it, you can play with it, you can explore it, you can let it unfold, let it express itself, let it come out in a healthy way, instead of
David,
projecting.
do you think that we should be teaching from a young age all these, spiritual practices and peace and prayer and all of that?
Absolutely, I think from an early age, and that's one topic I'm also passionate about, is that the reverence, or it's more the lack of reverence we have for education these days, particularly with children, and how, if you look at the salaries of teachers, they're getting less and less pay, they're getting less and less appreciated, and less respected. And I really believe, if you're teaching children, this is something beautiful and wonderful. And reverence, I would say that's something I don't like to use the word should, but or at least just that would be a state, a recommended state, if we can uplift our teachers and respect them and give them honor and pay them accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Because often you just look at the money, and then it gives you a picture of what we value, or how things are valued in the world and society. I think you just follow the money and you see, well, where is the big money, where is the money going into? And I would say children's education is not one where there's been a lot of money invested in there.
Right.
And that just
Right.
shows you shows you what beliefs and philosophy people have about education. And so I really would like that to change, and that's also up to us to change it, and to start to shift how we feel about education. But kids are the future, and that's absolutely the values that we can teach them are sometimes lifelong and very powerful, and can change society. And kids are very receptive to spirituality. They have open minds. They're like sponges, so you can put in the good things, give them the good things, and that will make a huge impact.
Oh, that's wonderful. I agree. I think that that may be indeed the way to change the world is to, raise the kids right. And hopefully they'll grow up and they'll take care of things better than what we.
Yeah, and there's some wonderful things that I do hear about happening in schools with people like yoga getting taught in schools, and so there are some really positive things happening within education, and bringing the age-old wisdom into children's lives. But I do think the fabric of the society is still putting so much pressure on children in the wrong way, so that they fit into little boxes and they can follow the system. And so it's all about the pressure of the system, and for them to sink or swim instead of unconditional support, unconditional love,
Oh, yeah.
and building children up as human beings, which is what they are, not sort of robots. Because I do think a lot of the education system is designed for robots.
And you know what? The kids, I love what you were saying. The kids need to be nurtured, and they need to not be pressured. And that's what I
Yeah,
saw with my kids, the pressure for the grades or the, uh, to the tests and to excel at all these
uh,
things. I don't know. My youngest son was in honors, and so we would go to the gatherings, and they give out awards and stuff. But when the kids are there saying that they have this high GPA, and then they've got all these honors classes, and then they have excel in this, being in all these clubs or musicians, and on and on and on. And I'm like, oh my goodness, they have a minute to even breathe. It's just crazy. You're right,
yeah,
Jim.
there's way too much pressure on children, and it also reflects our values. It's not that, it's not black and white, because I do think a balance can be helpful. And it's very important to understand that each child is different, and a unique being, and what works for me may not work for you. We're different people, and children, this educational systems tend to be so top heavy, or so top down. This is the test you need to write, and then you get a mark that represents you, and it's like, well, some kids are not like that. They fit into a different reality, and there's nothing wrong with them. We just not cookie cutter human children. I mean, it doesn't exist. We're all different, and some have special needs, and they need what you said before. They need nurturing, and not to be drilled into a system that does tend to create a lot of so-called success and failure, and you can often predict that. You can see which children are going to thrive in that system and which will not. And so, but we keep the system going, and it's for a lot of kids, they're just not going to thrive in mathematics and math, or whatever
Right,
it is. They
right.
just don't have that proclivity, and doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them, and we shouldn't put another kid who's good at academia, as on a hierarchy, is that person successful? And it just reflects kind of where society's at. And I always believe the arts are where healing happens, and self-expression, and often the more vulnerable children really need the arts to express themselves and to come home and to have a place that's safe in a school environment, because a lot of kids just don't have a safe space, and particularly if they're struggling with the academic aspect, it's really difficult for them to have a sense of self and a sense of place. And that really shouldn't be what education is about. Education, for me, is about learning.
Right. I really do feel like we need to find our way worldwide, globally, in bringing up kids, and they will be the ones that are taking care of the world and all aspects of the earth and the environment and everything. So we need to do all that. And it's just real hard sometimes watching, knowing that kids are in the countries where there's conflict, war, and things like that. It's just so hard. So hopefully, we will somehow grow out of all the stuff that we're doing wrong. And I know you might say we're learning, but we're doing.
It's planting seeds. And those seeds can take time to grow. And I think all our institutions need to be looked at and are being looked at, and some of them are breaking down. And it's so much. There is so much chaos in the institutions, and some of that is important because we really need to look at our value system and where it's led us. Because if you look at the world and you just think, well, basically there's some powerful elites and powerful people, and they seem to just bombard the planet and just step on everyone else to get to the top. And that's really not the kind of world we want to live in and we want to create. And it's I think any exploitation leads to suffering, whether that exploitation leads to suffering of trees or squirrels or animals that live in trees. And it's it's such the ecosystem is so refined and so multidimensional that exploitation has a spiritual weight, it has a physical weight, it's tangible and it's intangible. I'm just gonna cough.
You can cough, or you can have your nice chocolate drink. For sure. Are you good? Okay. Well, I know a couple of people have asked for readings, so I just want to make sure they're still here. Kate, are you still here? I'd like to pull some cards for you. I had Kate, Perry, and Sabrina. Let's see, Kate, if you can just let me know that you're there. Perry, are you here? Let me just write a little list here. Jocelyn and Jennifer. Okay, Kate's here. Kate, let me pull some cards for you. And David, if you feel that you want to take any cards or anything, you're welcome. Let me just grab some cards for Kate. David likes to look at your profile pic.
How do I pull that picture so I can get a closer look? Is that possible?
Oh, here, I'm so sorry. Let me do it. How's that?
Yeah, that's better. Okay. Oh, cute puppies.
I'm just going to be just throwing some cards out to see what comes up. She's got adorable dogs.
Oh, they're lovely.
I'm not putting any timing on my cards, you guys. I'm just going to see what they have to say. Okay. Kate, your first card is a big card. All right. I do feel like, Kate, that there might be something that's come up that you had a sadness or experienced a loss. Okay. I can see this in the cards. The first card that comes down for you is really a transformational card of wanting a big change or something really positive and a big change to come into your life. I do feel like that you're going to have an idea in the future, you're going to jump on it. It's going to be really great. I feel like this idea that puts you on a new path is absolutely going to be implemented successfully for you. So I love that. I feel like you just take a little time in the past to think about the future or what's ahead, but you have this great heart, open heart, blessings and joy. You just have this great, love. And again, I feel like experience some kind of a loss. You might have need some clarity to make a decision. Just ask your other side. Ask the angels for the clarity. I do feel, you know what? I have all this little extra love coming in. I love it. I do get this great independence for you. I do feel that you are very self assured. Make sure that you just own all that. It's really, really great card to be able to be self sufficient. So I love that a lot. I don't see too much coming in other than this idea. And I feel like it's going to be super, super good. Like I said, we get to go on another path. And I love that. So that's what I have for you, Kate.
And Kate, I picked a card for you, which is Surrender to the Sweetness. Let me just see. There we go. Surrender to the Sweetness. Can you see that? Which is a beautiful card. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. And this is a very sensual feminine card, which I think is wonderful. And of course, it calling you to surrender to the sweetness of life and let the feminine take over. I did pick from you that you're very resourceful, and the energy you have is a very strong one. So I would say inner strength is really strong. You have a magnetic kind of strength, a magnetic power, and you're very capable. You can look after others, look after animals, competent, very competent. There's a kind of what was the word you used to like a secure,
Assured.
self-assured.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a solid energy. It feels, I just feel very safe in your presence, to be honest. I feel safe, and I feel whatever happens, you just can do things efficiently, get things done. You're very good in the workforce, or in your career. You're very solid. I see some studying. Career opportunities will come to you because you're so solid, you're so capable. So whatever it is you like, you will want to go through some changes in your life career capacity, but you're going to fly. You're super competent, and it's going to be great. So the conclusion of this card is to surrender to the sweetness of life, and I would ask you maybe to just consider how you can get more out of life, how you can enjoy life more, and go out and express yourself, enjoy the sweetness.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. And I don't know if Sabrina and Perry are still here, but I'm just going to go on to Jocelyn, and I already have some cards down for you. Okay, I want to tell you that I do get this guy, and I don't know if he's coming in later or what's going on, but almost like a dad energy or would be a good dad. I feel like this guy likes to be around the water. A very good, kind, devoted, and guy. And I'm just throwing that out there. I do get a woman with a very big, strong personality, very, very much like a justice theme of what's right and wrong. And I love that. Very independent, very good, capable woman. I get that you are going to get a bump up in your psychic ability in the future. And I do feel that you're very psychic. So expect something new to come in the future that you haven't experienced before. Yeah, I get very, very high psychic. Okay. In the past, it shows me maybe there was stuff you couldn't do or didn't have control over and stuff. Well, I feel like, we need to let that go. Now, I don't know what's going on right now. They show me a little bit of confusion, struggle, not trusting what's ahead. I do see you catching some advice and some opinions of other people so you can make these decisions that are becoming up. A little bit of heartache, but it's okay. I get you made the right decision. I also have that you are ready for love, like open heart blessings and joy. Let the love come in. I really, really want it. Very, very good. I do want to let you know that this last card has a little bit of fertility on it if it's applicable. But it really is like I am ready to receive. I really am. So even though I see the confusion, the struggle, trust what's ahead. Use the law of attraction. Bring that stuff in. And then you already always know what's going to happen. That's what I do. And if you need my book, if you don't have it, let me know. Private message me on Facebook and I'll send it to you. Because I want you to go forward. We don't want to worry about what's ahead. We want to control it. So that's what I have for you. Yes, open heart blessings and joy. Letting it all come in. And this is when I see this card, I know that the people are ready. They're over past things or relationships or whatever. They're ready just to receive that love in. And that's where you are.
So, Jocelyn, I felt like there was quite a few impediments in a way, or past karma, and that past karma is starting to clear. So there's certain life events you've experienced that would have been challenging, could have been very challenging to you, and that just a message coming through that was part of your karma, and it's just what you had to experience, and however hard it was, you've got through it. You're ready to take the next step, and you've learned the lessons. There's an intuitive wisdom that comes from within you, intuitive intelligence, which feels like very much a feeling-based element. It's not something that you necessarily could explain intellectually. It feels more fluid, more in the subconscious realm. But the card I picked for you was actually incredibly beautiful. I'll just put it up there. Star bathing, and this is from the stars. So the stars are showering emanations onto the crystalline grid of the earth, and this is a starseed card. So this is about activating ancient codes of wisdom. And this wisdom is stored in this crystalline grid. So if you call this card into your life, you may be called to start to work with the stars and the crystalline grid of the earth. So this is very powerful in anchoring cosmic frequencies onto the planet. So this part of your journey is extraordinary. You could even be called to travel to certain places to unlock these cosmic codes. So definitely enjoy that connection and open yourself up to its wisdom and healing energy, because it also can heal the earth. And it's important you recognize your role is it's also global. It's also about the earth, healing the earth and helping her in her journey, because the earth is alive and it's a being, and a beautiful being, and excuse me, and she needs our love. So you are a portal to this healing energy, and that's beautiful. Thank you, Jocelyn.
Oh, that was nice. I love that star thing. I'm like, yeah, I want to connect. I want to do that. That's great. Love it. Jennifer, look at these people from YouTube. This is great. Jennifer, I have you. So let me go to right here. Oh, you have the gate, the cat.
What is going on with that cat? It looks like it's tied up to something.
I thought it wasn't it's gonna go in the water. I don't know. Okay, Jennifer, you have to tell us: is it a have a boo boo, or is it got a life jacket?
Is it a hot water bottle? It does look like a life jacket. Is it going swimming, going on an ocean trip?
Let me go down. Sushi cat. It is a costume.
Oh, it's really cute. Wow.
Jennifer, I have some cards out for you already. You know what? The justice card comes down for you, Jennifer. A lot of times this is a court card or a legal card, but really is the card coming down for you saying the right decision is made. This is it. You're all about that. Right decisions being made. I want you to face your fears, okay? Because I see some fear that I'm going to tell you about in just a bit. I want you to face your fears. I always put my hands up like this, like I'm ready to fight. I do feel like you're going to get extra responsibility in the future. You know, a lot going on, busy, more stuff, and that's okay because you can handle it. All right, but I do see you being busy. Now, I do get this really nice card of a happy card in the past position. I love it. Sometimes it shows something about careers and things like that. But I just a really good happy success card. I like that. Now I don't have timing on it, but they're showing me that something about something surprising coming. I don't know if it happened or if it's coming. I didn't see that coming. And we have a wait for the money. So I get waiting for that money or a certain amount of money. Well, it shows me a wait. I get fears about that too. But I want to talk about money. They show me a good investment. And I don't know if you have it now or if it's coming in. But if you get in your gut, this is a good thing, go for it. Put your time, money, energy into this. I feel like that you have something coming or you have something that's going to pay off over time. It's going to make enough money to take care of your needs and wants. And I feel like it's very important. We have an improvement in the home as well. So a new place to live or a better, more comfortable home. Okay. I don't know about fixing it up or bringing somebody in, but I feel like we have this very positive thing about the house. Now, I want to talk about money because it's money, money, money with you. I see that it's going to come in. You're going to find out it's going to come in on a regular basis with potential to grow. So good cards, good cards. But you need to manifest for that money to come in now. I get wait for that money, wait for a certain amount or to make a certain amount. but you have a good investment coming. Again, wait for that to pay off. So always use the law of attraction and ask them to bring it in now. You're an admin for accounting. Well, let me tell you this. You should be a queen of pentacles if anybody does a reading for you. Okay. I have people come into my house. I throw the cards down and I say, "Are you an accountant? Are you, do you work for the IRS? Do this, that, and the other? Anything with a detail-oriented business and having to do with money." So, anyway, manifest for that money, and I do see a very good investment made or coming in. So that's what I have for you. It's gonna come in. It's gonna grow.
So I've got a really interesting card for you, Jennifer, and I think it relates a bit to what Debbie was talking about. Let me just see. Don't know if you can see that clearly.
Oh, you want me to take the comment down so we can see? I'm so sorry. Let me see. There we go. All right.
So you're not for everyone. And I really feel like there's an element to your life that's quite serious, quite stable, quite. We were talking about numbers, so something that's, I don't know if there's a better way of explaining it than serious. And you're competent, and you have this serious side, but then there's a need to be lighthearted, to be fun, to let things slide, not take life too seriously. And this card is very much calling you to almost let go of all the identities you've carried, and to embrace your uniqueness, and face your true north. So it's kind of like the world is filled with all these people who think whatever they think, and often they think about you certain things, and you're not that at all. You're something beyond whatever they're thinking of you. So they're kind of projecting their own worldview on top of you, and no matter what you do, some of them won't even like you. Whatever you do, they won't like you. So it's filled also with people who love you. So you have both. You have those who don't like you, those who do like you, but you're carrying identities, and you're carrying these roles, and you're doing these roles, and you're kind of beyond that. And this card is saying almost that don't waste your precious time and gifts following what other people are trying to convince you of, or making other people happy. Certain people like you, certain people won't like you, whatever you do. And so don't try and convince people to walk with you. You almost need to just take your own path, and sometimes be really brave to go your own way, to take time for yourself, time to heal, to trust your inner wisdom, to also express your sacred gifts, and the things that you're here to do, to express not just a narrow vision of life, but also your multi-dimensional character, your multifaceted nature. So, be yourself. You're not for everyone, as the card says. And express yourself, because you are a unique being, and you're here to express yourself. So that's really important. Thanks, Jennifer.
I was mesmerized by you saying here.
Saying what?
You said here. Say the word here.
Here.
Yeah, I did.
Here.
I love what Jennifer said. She said, it's okay to not be for everyone. It sure is. Oh, it sure is. You got
Imagine if we were for everyone. I don't know how that would work.
No, it's like not everybody's cup of tea or whatever. It's that diversity. It's that uniqueness of who we are. I certainly am not for everybody. That's a lot of people, have their thoughts on psychics and all that stuff.
And I think we often compare ourselves to other people, and that's part of what you're talking about, Debbie. And it's just important to go, well, I may not be for you, but someone else, everyone's different. So someone else will learn something or get something, and that's great. Maybe
I think it's hard for kids though, like teens all want to be accepted, and I think we're coming out of that now because we have so many people now that the thing of all inclusive is out there, and the kids that want to be goth now and this and that and the other, they can be themselves. And
I think there
great.
is, people are expressing more of their uniqueness.
I think so.
We have some good role models speaking their truth and being themselves. Yeah.
And since we've gone through a big strolly thing, if anybody else, I'm not going to go back up, want a reading, go ahead and do it. We could do maybe 2 more. So just post it in the comments so we can see it. But I think that's great that we're different. And Mary Am, how are you? Here we go. You're not going to get a picture with this, David. I can do the reading if you feel you want a picture. Okay, Mary Am. Okay. I'm going to throw some cards out. Wow, your future, Miriam, is quite something. Let me do this. You have a lot going on. We have a lot here. The card that comes up for you is a little bit of, stuff about unexpected things and crisis and all of that. This is what I would tell people to stop watching the news. So we have this kind of energy going on and a lot going on with you. We have a lot going on. But let me tell you about the future. You have the Hangman card. So that is always my card of going through learning life's lessons. Maybe your soul contract said you wanted to experience something. So we have all these things to look forward to in the future. Sometimes it's, working on karma or whatever is brought out for you, but it's always a positive thing to experience our lessons. I do feel like that you've just had a big change, by the way. I do want to tell you, I do get someone that is very money-minded here, and if it's not you, it can be someone else. I want to tell you, I see some kind of an ending, like I'm finished with something. It doesn't serve me, or I'm going to quit. I'm done. I'm finished. So I did see this happening. I am done. I'm finished. I do think somebody steps in that gives you good advice, maybe even a mentor to show you how to do something. So this is very positive. But I see positivity coming in the home. I feel like you're going to get your reward. If you've been waiting for something, that those ships are going to come in. Okay. I want to tell you about communication with the other side, because I think that it comes in at nighttime or in your dreams, or at some point, maybe when you're one of the 3 a.m. people. But I do feel like you're communicating with the other side. So make sure that you are writing down anything that comes to you in a dream, because I feel like it's a message for you. So that's what I have. Very connected spiritually there.
So Mary Ann, the card I pulled for you is My Life is a Canvas, or excuse me, Your Life is a Canvas. So, and this is what I feel for you. There's a lot of overthinking, and there's a lot going on in your life, and it's important you steer the ship and sometimes take more responsibility for your own life and for your own trajectory, or the path you're on. So take responsibility as well for your ability to create, instead of feeling like a victim or feeling like it's outside of your control or outside of your power. So this is a planet of manifestation. So this moment you can use with the power of belief, the power of intention. You can create something. So use your thoughts, use your beliefs to manifest, to create the future that you want. So really ask the question, what is the future I want to create? And stop overthinking. Stop thinking so much. I think you'll be able to take your power back more when you connect to this manifesting power and align your thoughts, feelings, as well as your actions. So thoughts, feelings, and action. And in that alignment, I think you'll find your power. You'll find your true north. But you're here to as a creative soul to express yourself, and you do have a soul plan. I also pulled this card. So you do have a soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. So that often means you'll be living one life, and then you'll have a big change, and then your true path will unfold. So you'll go through a spiritual change, a spiritual epiphany, and you'll become your authentic self, which is exciting.
That's
So
neat.
yeah, so definitely practice. There's a lot of practices you can do, Marianne, but sometimes it's important you calm your energy. Calm your energy.
That's
And
neat.
yeah.
I love your deck. People are, somebody was asking about it.
Yeah, so that's the Daniela Knoll and Rebecca Campbell. I just covered that up. It's
Oh,
Starseed.
she got it.
The
Yeah,
Starseed Oracle.
that's what Jennifer Booth said.
Yeah.
You're right, Jennifer.
Jennifer
Beautiful.
was right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of the decks. I've got the Lightworker's Companion, I think it's called. But this
Marianne
is
says
quite.
thank you. Marianne says thank you. Kim, I have some cards for you, so let me get to it. You know, you have such a loving heart. You really do. I don't know if you're thinking about some kind of good memories or anything, but I really get strongly sitting down or remembering good memories. This might be coming up for you where you take a time to remember better times. You have all these people here, and I've got to tell you, I feel like they come in priority. So in the future, a money-minded male. I feel like we had some kind of crisis in the past. Okay, we've got this tower card here. We do have a strong male here, and it does show me you going along with the flow, which I like. And you know, we need to catch a breath. So whatever's good for everybody's good for you. I'm going to tell you about money. I do feel like some money is going to come in that you're supposed to get. And sometimes this is can be money being paid back or inheritance or whatever. I feel like some money is going to come, that a refund, something is going to come for you. So I like that, seeing that. But you have this inventive card, the Magician. So it shows me money idea. I think that there's something that will come in that you're going to go, this is really good. And I tell everybody, write it down, stick it on the fridge because you got a money making idea. All right. Sometimes it's making a product, but I don't get that for you. I really do get like, oh man, the light bulb comes off. I've got something really good. Two more people here. I get somebody with a justice theme of what's right and wrong, strong personality, and a very loving father type of energy here. So we have, it's all about people around you, or people. And I'm going to just, I've not seen this for a long time with anybody, but again, a lot of people are coming in priority. But do know that we do have some money coming with the money making idea. And yes, I'm going to do a reading for you. You've been very patient. I'm going to, if you have anything for Kim, that would be great. I'm just going to connect to somebody right now. And we can't keep David going. It's his morning. So we'll do one more here.
Yeah, Kim, it feels like you've been through a lot. There's a lot of almost like baggage. And so it's really important you clear your mind, clear your heart, and that will allow new things to come in. So you're still carrying a bit, you have let go of some things. There's a past relationship there that's coming up for me. So things are on the right track. You are moving forward. It still definitely practices that you can clear away the cobwebs, clear away the emotions and the thoughts around those emotions, because it can get a bit toxic for you where you just start to carry things too much, and you don't need to carry those things with you. You can let them go. It is a choice. It's a practice. Sometimes we just fall into patterns, and your patterns can be challenging. I would say sometimes you just carry too many emotions, and so just make sure you clean yourself out. You just like, if you're making tea, make sure that the tea is clean. And I didn't explain that analogy very well, but do you know what I mean? Like you're making tea, and then as a kid, you put sugar and cinnamon and spice and honey, and it becomes just like a mess. Becomes a mess. It's kind of fun, but I feel like sometimes you like that with your emotions, that it just becomes too much. And so really keep clearing. The card I pulled for you is I don't know if you can see that.
I'm sorry. Let me get it up. There we go.
Let's get that. Can you see that? It's
yes.
There we go.
Does it say sorry?
Yeah. So this is an interesting card. It is about suffering, wounds, separation, severing wrongs, sadness, division. So you and that doesn't have to be just personal. That's about collective. So I think this card represents something for all of us in terms of bringing unity to our inner world, by first acknowledging the way we want to live, and how the past has been filled with this fear and division. And so you're called upon to explore to explore your ancestors, the society that we've been talking about, you and me, Debbie, both consciously and unconsciously, the pain that you've suffered at the hands of other people, as well as the pain you may have inflicted on other people. So it's quite an intense card, but the message is good: to drop the armor around your heart, see things as they are. And I would say the Ho'oponopono. Do you know this? The Hawaiian, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you. So I'd say that practice would be really powerful for you. Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you. Because we are living in times of division, and there's a lot of hurt, and so we need to take opportunities for healing and drop our defenses and see things as with a deeper perspective. And so you can unwind anything that happened in the past through your consciousness. And although you've been through a lot, you can rise above it all and come out of it in a very powerful way. And that ability will help you to, in business, as well as to help other people.
That's so sweet. That's so nice. Sabrina, by the way, I've been calling your name. Okay, I have. It's Karishma. I want to like. Oh, and Kim says she's always trying to help others, but it's hard on herself. She's hard on herself. Okay, Karishma, I want to like go like this. I want to. Are you like super psychic? Because I'm getting that super psychic, and you communicate with the other side. Your whole life is this karma and learning lessons and doing what you're supposed to do. I mean, when I saw your cards, I try to keep a poker face, but I was like, oh. I am telling you. I do get the hangman card for you. So this card that comes down is definitely the card of, I'm going to go through the life lessons, what I said I was going to do, in my soul contract, and fixing karma or bringing somebody from a past life, whatever it is. This is representing you. Also, the moon card's crossing over you. So it really is a card of communicating with the other side. So this might be happening now or coming in. Make sure you just write down your dreams. But I do get high psychic ability for you. I do. I am in the future. I feel like you're going to get something that you really want. A reward is coming for you. And you may have found out that or thought that money was going to start coming in and be really good. This is the past position. I don't know if we have education card here or working a job. I do see that. A little bit of conflict, but that's okay. And start developing that psychic ability, because I get that you have it. Now we have some people here. I get a couple. I get a business-minded people. I get somebody with a male with a money-minded and a female. A match, very matchy-matchy. So this is here, and I get some kind of energy, and I don't know. I'd want it to be higher vibrational energy coming in with this couple, but I get a couple. But I want to get some fears, or I'm getting some kind of something that I'd want to switch to a higher vibration and more good things coming in. But they show me in priority a male, money-minded male, money-minded female. A lot of times the females are very detail-oriented, or work with money or HR or things like that. The male usually very strong in giving advice about money. So they're showing me this is important here. But we have to raise the vibration with this priority of this couple. So if you're dealing with these people or something, I just cautionary, raise the vibration, be it in whatever you do to put white light around it, or even go up to violet or something like that. But I'd raise the vibration here with this dynamic going on. But in the future, you get something you want. Your ships are going to come in, like send them off into the world empty, and they come back full of treasure. So I do feel like that you are in and starting this path of really working on the things that you wanted to explore in this lifetime. So that's what I have for you.
And I have an interesting card for you, Karishma.
Oh, let me take that down.
And it's a little bit challenging to explain that because it's quite a complex card. Fall into my arms. So there's a sense here that you are an old soul, you are a starseed, and you've come to experience a life in its complexities. And that's actually quite a challenging path, because there's almost like so many things happening in the world that you're connecting to them, and you're getting a bit lost, you're feeling a bit alone, you're yearning for the spiritual sustenance. So there's a strong yearning almost to go home, to go to source, go where you come from, because you're such an old soul. But you're here to surrender to the extremes of life. So to hold the polarity, that's what this card is saying. You're here to hold the opposites. So as I said, that's pretty challenging. You're here to be human as well as to be a creature of consciousness, a starseed. But being human can be lonely. It can be confusing. And the polarity and separation can feel almost excruciating, because your soul remembers what it was to be at one with source. You have that soul recognition, soul memory of oneness, and that oneness means that there was non-divisibility, non-duality, non-polarity. You can just imagine the most love, the most joy you've ever experienced, you can ever imagine, and that's what you can remember. So what you see in the world can be confronting, because it's not that. You have this gloriousness, this sweetness within your soul, but what's happening around you, there's good, there's bad, there's a lot going on. So you're being invited to stay present to yourself, allow the highs and lows of human experience. Don't get too caught up in it, engage in it, but also acknowledge that it's short-lived, it's ephemeral, and be okay with the extremes of life. Because you carry your soul signature within you, and that's eternal. But definitely the other card I picked is about longing to go home, and longing for what I was talking about before, that sense of peace and that beautiful oneness, unity consciousness that comes from beyond this world. So commit to your life, be committed to your life, and remember that you're here to experience the duality of it. I hope that
thank
helps.
you, David. That was wonderful. You got such deep, meaningful, deep, wonderful readings. I love it. You guys, I wrote that David accepts tips, and the description has his link in there if you'd like to bless him with a donation. David, you need to get going and start your day over there in Australia. And I thank you so much for being here. Now, David, you're going to be off on a journey and traveling. You're welcome, by the way. Get this.
Well, second attempt, Debbie. Second time lucky. I have a trip booked exactly a week's time, leaving exactly in 1 week, which will just be for a week. So I will be back. So I'll be traveling exactly now. So probably unless we do a different time, perhaps on Monday. Perhaps on Monday we could still.
I know
do
we're
something.
on different days.
Yeah. So today's Wednesday for me. So I'm traveling on Wednesday. So what I'm saying is I could do Tuesday, but that would be Monday for you.
Jennifer says enjoy. We will make a broadcast up when we know, and we'll post it on YouTube, and we will also put it on our Facebook pages so that
let
you'll
us know your questions and anything you want to focus on, because I think we can talk about so many topics that if there is something that you want to cover, you want us to cover, then we'd be happy to.
I want to tell you guys, go and look at this description in the show, and you're going to see all the credits and education and everywhere in the world that David's been. And it's going to blow your mind away. So please come back and post the questions if you get all this wonderful information from David. And, we get some discussion to talk about, deep things and bringing peace in. And we even talked about UFOs and aliens last show. And so David seen a UFO. So go watch that one if you didn't. But we'll talk about anything. But if you have anything that you want to know, look at what David's description is. Look at what he's experienced, and then please go ahead and have your questions ready for us. We'd love to talk about it. David, we got to go.
All right. Lots of love, everyone.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Take care.